Good morning. Today is February the 20th. What a beautiful day the Lord has given us. We're in John the 14th chapter in the 27th verse. Jesus is talking here. He says, let me read it to you. It says, "The peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, but not as the world gives do I give to you. But let your heart not be troubled, and nor let it be fearful. You heard what I said to you. I go away, and I will come to you. And if you love me, you would rejoice, because I go to the Father, and the Father is greater than I." Jesus is telling you and I something when he was talking here, when he was walking around here on this earth. He says, do not let your heart be troubled. Now, he was telling those disciples, he said, I must go to Jerusalem. I must be persecuted. I will be crucified. I will die. And on the third day, I have laid down my life, and I will raise this life up. And these disciples that had been with him, the 12 and others, maybe possibly the 72, and maybe others that were following him, and they were deeply troubled. How can Jesus go to Jerusalem, be killed, and be resurrected? They knew that he had taught this, but yet they were having difficulty believing. If you go to Matthew the 28th chapter, and you go to Mark the 16th chapter, and you go and study what Jesus did and how the disciples lived and what they thought, you're going to find that he told them exactly by the Spirit what was going to happen to him. He also knew what he was writing the scriptures himself as he was living it out moment by moment. He's telling me, I'm going to give you a peace that you're going to know that tomorrow and the day after and years after and centuries after, my peace that I give those that will believe and trust in me, I am going to lead them to the promised land. I'm going to take them through the desert. I'm going to take them through dry places. I'm going to take them through sin, sickness, and disease, and hell and death. And I'm going to deliver them into my Father's kingdom, because his kingdom is greater than I and greater than this world. But they do not receive, and they did not understand, because their minds had not come to a place of regeneration. Their minds had not come to a place where they understand the ways of the Lord. He said, I am going to do this. How can Jesus, a man, you're saying, oh, he was God, he could do that. How could he, walking around as a man, he taught he was the man before his resurrection, and after that the Son of God. He taught that I'm going to lay down this body that you know, and in 3 days I'm going to raise it up. He knew the promise of the Father that he says, I am going to lay my life down, I'm going to raise it up for the renewness of your life. So when you are born again, you have laid down this life here on this earth, and you've been born in that newness of that peace that you know that you know that you know. When you die in this world, you're going to be brought to the revelation knowledge that you're going to live eternally. God's life in us forever and ever. Sure, you're going to lay this body down. Sure, you're going to take on this body of immortality when you come out of that grave, and you're going to walk with your spirit and your soul, and this new body that he's given you is going to be with him for eternity. May this open your eyes, and you receive the revelation, Christ in me, the peace of God and the hope of glory. Amen.